Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking to you a little bit about Donald Trump's presidency. I believe that Donald Trump, as every American president, he has a twofold task. The first one is to help the rich families of the United States, the big investors of the United States. He needs to help these people in the first place. But he has also a mission of conveying an image that he is sympathetic to the middle and lower classes in the United States. However contradictory these two may seem, he has to do both things. As every American president, he has this task. Let's see, for example, the ongoing war with Iran. On the one hand, Trump needs the war because the big investors, the big money in the United States, seem to believe that the United States has to control the international oil trade. And also probably, very likely, the industrial army complex of the United States. They need wars, whatever the wars be, they need wars, and they are certainly happy with this war ongoing. So this is his first task, to help these people advance their finances, shelter their fortunes. So he's helping these people. But then he has another task, which is to convince the American public opinion that this war against Iran is in their interest. And this task proves to be very difficult. He has as every American president, he has some marketing strategies regarding that. One marketing strategy that works very well, has been working very well for the last century, is that the United States is the beacon of freedom and Israel is the headquarters of beautiful Western values in the Middle East. The Israeli society is the advanced post of the West against the backwards East. Israel and the United States, they represent the beautiful, free, intellectually vibrant, artistic, vibrant countries of the West, whereas in the East you have those backward societies, those medieval societies, artistic and intellectually barren societies. So Israel and the United States, they are in this fight against backward people and bringing to the world a superior culture, superior values, superior intellectuality. This may seem like a reasoning of the British Empire, but it is still happening nowadays. Many people buy these ideas. Here in my city, São Paulo, Brazil, many people of the middle class here, they believe that Israel is indeed a civilization force against a barbaric East. So Trump needs to sell this idea to justify this war to the American public opinion. Another strategy devised by the American marketers is to demonize the Iranian regime, so that it seems, according to their propaganda, that the Iranian people will welcome the Western invasion of their country. Should American and Israeli troops invade Iran, the locals would welcome these troops as their liberators. So another idea very difficult to convey, because there are some depositions here and there. Some women will say they feel bad to the strict religious laws regarding women's freedom. Some people will say that the government of Iran has reacted with a heavy hand on dissenting voices. So all of this is happening, but what I could say is that every government in this planet has haters, and a few depositions do not amount to an evidence this war should really be waged. A war is a serious thing, and in the absence of evidence the war needs to be fought, the war shouldn't be fought at all. So we can see that Trump is in a very difficult position, because the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces, they have already proved to be an immoral army, not at all the carriers of beautiful Western values, but on the opposite, a cold and unhuman army. And Netanyahu is also a very questionable, very questionable authority in Israel. So it's very complicated for Trump to justify this war to the American public opinion, both regarding Israel as the headquarters of beautiful Western values, and demonizing Iran are things not so easy to be done. It's an interesting fact, for example, that Iran has scheduled to 2028 presidential elections there in Iran. There will be free presidential elections in Iran 2028. So one could argue those elections don't mean so much because at the end of the day, the Iranian president is second to the Ayatollah, and so he is not so powerful. The elections are not to the most important leader of the country. They could say that, but Iranians could say also that Trump is not the number one in the United States as well. So it's very complicated. Trump will have a hard time convincing the American public opinion this war is indeed in their interest, and not in the interest of a small elite of Americans and the state of Israel. It's a very complicated situation for his internal propaganda. Will he succeed? Will Trump break the will of the Iranians? Or the ghost of the Vietnam War will resurge in America? Or American people will get on the streets and protest against this war, and Trump will be forced to end it? We cannot predict the future, but in my opinion, this is an analysis of the present situation. Thank you very much.